This week on Kentucky Afield. Warm weather has arrived, so we're doing one of our favorite warm weather activities. Float fishing for smallmouth.
What we got here?
Next,
There you go.
we're learning how to target one of the strongest and most overlooked species of fish in our waterways,
I believe he's in there.
the carp.
Let's get her back in. What do you think?
Then, warm weather isn't just good for the creeks. It's good for ponds too, and frog legs. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
He's pig. Such a pretty fish.
Beautiful.
This pond is plumb loaded with frogs.
They're everywhere in here. Yeah, this is a good fish right here. Really good fish.
Come here, girl. Hey, boy.
That's a big rabbit.
Nice job. Yes! Yes! My first muskie. Mercy Leo.
Yeah, look at it. It's a keeper.
Here it goes. Boom.
Wow, that happened fast.
Hello and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. Hey, if you like to kayak fish, you probably know you can fish from a kayak year-round. But the stream fishing, well, it really starts to heat up in May. Well, spring is here, May is here, turkey season is finally wrapped up. It's time to go fishing, and I am really excited about today's float. I'm here on the Elkhorn Creek, and this is a section I have never fished before. It is literally the last 2 miles before it enters into the Kentucky River. I'm gonna start here at the 127 bridge, and I'm gonna float this area down, hopefully catching a bunch of fish. A couple things you need to remember before you go kayak fishing, which is an absolute blast, is some of the safety precautions. You know, sun's out today, got my sunscreen on. Always make sure you bring your life jacket, wear your life jacket at all times. Also, I've let people know that I intend to start right here at the 127 bridge, and I'm taking out at the Strohmeyer facility. So for whatever reason, if I'm gone longer than I'm supposed to be gone, my family, my friends, they know where I'm at and where I'm supposed to be. I'm hoping to get on some fish today. You know, Elkhorn Creek is legendary for smallmouth bass, so if you ever come to Elkhorn Creek, you gotta hope that you catch a smallmouth bass. So hopefully there's some fish that have moved out of the river and are up here and ready to bite. The water flow looks great. Water temperature's getting up in the mid 70s throughout the day. Looking at about 250 CFS. Today should be a lot of fun. Oh, there we go. Well, there we go. My first stream smallmouth of the year. He ain't much. He's a little bitty fish, but hopefully there'll be many more, and hopefully they get a lot bigger. What we got here? Oh, we got another little guy here. This is your typical little 8 to 10 inch little smallmouth. This creek is plumb full of these things, but they do get bigger, and there are 18, 19 inch fish are in this creek. So, you know, you come here, plan on dealing with a bunch this size, but every now and then you'll catch you a trophy fish. They're here. Well, this water is crystal clear, isn't it? Here we go. Man, I tell you what, coming through this area, you can see where it's just all riffles and there's a large volume of water flowing down through here. And then, of course, I didn't know what was coming up because I never floated this before. It just drops off into a hole where I can't tell how deep it is, but hey, you see a spot that perfect, you know it holds some smallies. Here we go. Oh, that was a good one there. That was about a 2.5 pounder. Here we go. Look at here. This is interesting. About the same size fish I've been catching, but this here is actually a Kentucky spotted bass. So they're built about the same, look about the same, but you can catch all 3 black bass species we have here in the state of Kentucky right here out of Elkhorn Creek. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Now that is not what I was expecting to catch right here at the takeout. I'll tell you what, this has been a great float. And right here, no cover, literally making the last couple casts, I get a bite and it's a really nice black crappie. Interesting about this crappie is if you look, check out that black stripe right up its back, all the way through here. This is referred to as a black nose crappie. I have caught a couple before, but they're pretty rare. A lot of times what I've caught them have been out of ponds where they've been stocked and they literally stock this species of fish. But check out that nose, it's so incredibly defined. Man, this has been a great float. I'll tell you what, it's only about 2 miles. It's a great place to go catch some fish. I would say that the first half of this float is not exactly easy. It's a lot of current, a lot of moving. It's hard to fish from a kayak. But the last bit of it is nice and easy, a lot of timber, almost like you're fishing out of a bass boat. And then the cool thing is right at the takeout, 200 yards further, you got the Kentucky River. I've had a great time out here, and hey, if you've not tried kayak fishing, you gotta give it a shot. Worldwide, carp are some of the most pursued fish by rod and reel, but for whatever reason, here in the United States, they're overlooked.
This right here is a pack bait. I make it out of breadcrumbs, strawberry jello. I got some flour. I have a couple of eggs in there, a can of sweet corn, and a can of hominy for a little bit of extra flavor. But it usually packs together pretty good. Make it into a dough ball, and I'll put it on my method lead, and it'll act as a chum, and it'll stick on there pretty good. They have different rigs set up for it, but I use a slip sinker. That way he can pull or he can do what he needs to do before he fills the hook.
This is strictly a chumming method right here.
Yes,
this
sir.
is a way to try to draw the fish in, and then they're gonna hit this, which is little rubber pieces of fake corn.
Yes, sir.
And a little bitty hook.
Yes, they'll inhale the hook, and if all goes well, they won't feel the hook at all. Most of the time, it'll catch them right in the lip when they inhale it.
So now you've got this rod holder set up. It's a 2-piece style rod holder. And then this thing here is actually battery powered.
Yes.
And you have run your line down in there, and you've got this set where your drag is almost completely open.
He pulls the line, it feeds through, gets tight, catches right here, then it has to go up and over a roller, which
Okay.
will set off your alarm.
Set off your alarm, so it lets you know exactly when you're getting a bite.
Yes.
So today we're here in Hodgenville, and I am learning about something completely new to me, and that is carp fishing. I've been fishing my entire life, and today I have seen more gear and more equipment dedicated to carp fishing than I ever thought was even possible. All this stuff to me is a complete new world, and it's a world that I have a lot of interest in because, you know, I fish around the state of Kentucky, I always see carp. It's one of those things that I think that carp are in almost every single body of water. Today, let's hope we catch a fish or two, and I've already learned a ton on how to target and catch carp. Uh-oh. Here we go. Is it hooked up?
Yep.
All right. You know, there's something so cool about targeting a specific fish and catching the fish you're targeting. Coming back out now. Got up on the bank, now it's running back out deep. Look at that thing. Oh, did it come off right there? Hey, well, you know what? That's encouraging. We had a fish this close to the bank.
That was probably my error.
Well, it happens.
It does. Take a couple pieces of corn, just pop your holes. I call it stacking the corn up. And you can see it better without the corn on there itself. I got a long hair, It kind of loops out like that off your knotless knot.
Oh, I gotcha, okay.
And then you take it and
Slide them on.
slide them on, it hooks. And they got these fancy little bait stops.
That just keeps your corn from flying off, huh?
Supposed to keep the fish from stealing it too, but apparently he was wanting it more than me.
Uh-oh, that's a screamer. Hooked up?
Yep. I'd say this one's a carp because he's just purely running.
Okay. Man, they are getting right up here on the bank. Look at that. Look how fast that fish is. A lot of people consider carp trash fish. You don't think of them as being real athletic. Pretty athletic fish, aren't they?
They're relentless.
Oh, there we go. We got it in there now. This is, it looks like just a regular common carp, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you said you have caught mirrored carp out of here.
Yes.
Explain to me what a mirrored carp looks like.
They'll have bigger scales and a wider pattern. They're more colorful fish.
Okay. Well, this is probably what, about a 4 or 5 pound fish,
Yes.
something like that? There you go. It is a pretty fish.
And extremely hard fighters.
Oh, yeah.
For anyone wanting to catch a fish that will pull your line, scream it, put it to its limits, there's nothing out there better than a carp.
And like I said, they're just so plentiful. Yeah. Oh man, that fish was released very healthy. Hopefully one of these days it's on the end of your rod again.
Hopefully I can see him when he hits 20, 25 pounds.
There you go. That thing just keeps on going. How many days a week do you fish for carp?
The only thing I don't fish in is the lightning.
Yeah.
I got a little waterproof canopy I set up.
Uh-oh. Hooked up?
Yep.
There you go. Oh, a little bigger fish.
Catfish?
No, a little bigger carp. This one's about 3 times the size of the last one, I believe. Am I going about this different than you normally would?
Just a little bit, but hey,
sorry.
It works.
There you go. So again, it's another common carp.
Yep.
Man, that thing put up a good fight, huh?
Yes, he did. And he's still got a lot of energy left in reserve.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what, I know now why when that thing went beep, beep, and stopped, you didn't get all excited. Because when they decide to eat, they usually just go.
Go.
There was no playing around, it's just gone. This table you've got this fish in, this is strictly for what you're doing right now. It's for actually putting the fish in
And handling them.
and handling the fish so you don't hurt them.
Yep. A lot of people will get the hook out before you get him out of the water.
Yeah.
I bring him over here that way if he does flop around, he's not thrashing on the bank.
You can see what they're doing. They're just kind of sucking and picking up whatever's on the bottom. Bugs, worms,
mussels.
and they do have really, really, really soft lips.
Yep.
I
easy to
mean,
tear.
extremely soft lips.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this one back in the water.
So, you know, people talk about bass fishermen. They may say, hey, if I ever get a chance, you know, I want to go to St. Clair, smallmouth fish. Or if you're a largemouth fisherman, it might be Okeechobee. Where is your destination location anywhere in the world to go do what you're doing right here?
I'd go back to Dale Hollow easily.
That's the crazy thing. So people worldwide that start thinking about their destination location, any place to go to carp fish, it could be right here in Kentucky.
Yeah, and the group I'm in, the carp group, that's the #1 destination spot. Everyone says, I want to go to Dale Hollow. I'm going to Dale Hollow. I'm planning a trip to Dale Hollow. What do I need? What do I do? You know, that is the spot. Down there, it's not uncommon to catch 30, 40, 50 pound carp.
Uh-oh.
Yep, it's got the bait runner, you flip it down.
All right. Coming toward us. Man, I'll tell you one thing, carp are fast.
Something so sluggish when you look at them in video can have that energy to just burst out of the pocket like a hole shot in a bass tournament.
When I see a carp, they're usually sitting there, one spot, but when you get them hooked, man, they go.
They do.
Reminded me of a striper taking off. Oh my gosh, they're much faster than I thought. This is kind of blowing me away. I'm just letting that rod just keep tension enough to keep it buried. You know, when you start thinking about carp fishing, and I will tell you this is the first time I've ever targeted carp, but I'll tell you, you don't think about the skill that's going to be required to land to fish this strong on such a little hook. This is something that takes a lot of technique and quite a bit of fishing skill. I believe he's in there.
And that's easily the biggest one of the day.
I'll tell you what.
Nice job, Chad. Nice job.
Oh, thank you. I will tell you this. This is definitely the very, very, very first time I've caught a carp while targeting carp. Now look at the size of the tail. Now this is where fish get their strength. Of course, they got to have the mass here to be able to whip that tail, but look how much water that tail can push.
Quite a bit. Very powerful fish.
It is. What a pretty fish.
Look at the belly on him.
I'll tell you, well, that was a lot of fun. Let's get her back in. What do you think?
Absolutely.
There you go.
Feel like a good fish? He feels like a nice one. Probably not as monstrous as yours.
Well, that's just complete pure luck. I'll tell you what, if you ever thought, you know what, there's nothing biting in the middle of summer, hard to fish right now, and you got a pond and you know has some carp, get you a couple of these little hooks, get you the longest spinning rod you have around, and give this a try, because I'll tell you, this will test you, because it does take a certain level of skill to be able to bring in a fish this powerful with a very, very, very small hook and such a soft mouth. With the warm weather we've been having recently, I've been hearing some bullfrogs, and their timing is perfect because the season opens up this Friday, May 20th. So it's been about a month ago now. I'm searching the internet and I see these crazy girls who like to go out and grab frogs by hand.
Crazy.
So here we are, frog gigging season's in. We got a really warm night. We're in Montgomery County, and what are we getting ready to do?
Gig some frogs. We're gonna go grab some frogs.
We're gonna gig frogs, shoot them with a bow and arrow, grab them, whatever it takes. This pond has not been gigged, grabbed, none of that for a while, has it?
It's been a few years.
Frog gigging runs from third Friday in May all the way up to October 31st. We're kind of in the middle of it, but you really want to hit the ponds first before everybody gets out and gets on them.
Or if any kind of livestock is out, they're not so good. They eat it down and they get skittish and they run off.
Yeah, so this is something I used to do every nice weekend night that I could get out. And it's been a while. So I'm excited to be out here getting ready to do this with you girls. We took a little sneak peek. There's a lot of frogs up here.
There's a few.
I'm really excited. So our limit, how many is it?
15 per person.
We all have hunting and fishing license, but if we were gonna get them by a gun or a bow, you gotta have a.
Hunting license.
If you're gonna get them by a rod and reel,
Fishing.
and if you're gonna grab them or gig them, you can have either. Ideal conditions, you want hot, humid, and you want nights that it stays in the high 60s or 70s.
Right.
That's what we're gonna get tonight.
It should be good.
All right, well, let's get our gear loaded up and get ready to go get them.
Let's go.
All right, well, we're right at the bank right now. The pond's just about 40 feet away. I think rather than carrying all this, let's set the bows down.
Make a home base right there.
We'll make a home base and then
We'll go around once.
we'll go around once, give them a little bit of time. If we pushed them out in the middle, we'll come back and shoot at them.
That works.
I love shooting at them. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Don't move.
Did you get one? Cool. I didn't even see that one. Nice. Nice job. There you go. Nice. So you both already got frogs in your hand.
Look out. We're gonna throw him back. Yeah, they're too small, but they're fun to catch.
They're fun to catch.
He's feisty too.
Hey, so these little jokers in about a year or two are gonna be big and nice. Big fat ones.
They're giving you kisses.
Give me some hugs. So I tell you what though, the first one we saw walked up here,
He was a big one.
we wouldn't be throwing that one back.
We wouldn't throw that one back, but these are little fellas. There's one. You have to gig him. He's deep. You need me to get it?
Nope, I need you to make sure I don't go swimming.
Nice shot, Risha. You've got that thing pinned.
He might need a little assistance.
There we go. Hang on. Hold on.
I didn't lose the frog. Get the frog.
You did not lose the frog.
Get him.
I got him.
I'm about to break your gig for real. Please be on there. Oh,
Hey,
He went way
you
down.
know what? Some people go to really expensive spas to get the mud bath like this.
Well,
he got off. He was on there though.
he was.
Jess, what do you want to do with this one?
Turn him loose. Yeah.
They're catching plenty by hand, that's for sure. So we're going to give this one here,
That didn't work out.
give this one another year or two.
Another year or two.
Got him. Nice job. You grabbing over here too? Very nice, girls.
Ta-da! More frogs.
2 more.
All right, let's see. There's one. See him?
Big enough to gig?
Why, yeah. Get him.
He's pegged.
Hold on to yours, Chad. You got him. Hold on. I'll get them both. Wait. Wait.
I need someone to hold a line.
I got it. Wait.
Light.
Wait a minute. One at a time. All right, here's yours.
You got him?
Yeah, let me get Chad's.
Got him?
Yeah. That's a pretty good one.
That ain't bad.
Not bad. There's your frog.
We'll take it.
I'll swap you.
Perfect.
Hey, right here.
I'm coming on.
They're non-stop. Every couple steps we see another.
Here's one.
You grabbing or gigging, Jess?
Grabbing.
Got him.
Got him.
There you go. Gigged one.
Fine as a fritter. Stop. Don't move.
What?
Don't move.
What is it?
Don't move.
Whoa, right under my feet. I told you I step on them little guys.
That's perfect.
That's funny. There's a bigger one over here. I'll have to gig him.
Got him? Sure did.
Got him.
Pretty good one.
That is a good one.
There you go. Now that's the kind we're after right
Yes, he'll do.
there. 15 of those and you got a skillet full.
That's one right there. Hold on. I'm coming.
You girls have got great frog gigging enthusiasm, I have to say. Look at that. That's a Boone and Crockett frog right there. Got him. I believe we got him. There you go. Another one.
There you go.
Got him. Oh.
Oh. You got him. They're everywhere in here.
I will say one thing. This pond is plumb loaded with frogs. You know, we came in here not knowing exactly how we were going to get these frogs, and we did try to shoot a couple with a bow and arrow. It's just too thick.
Too many cattails.
We grabbed some big ones, gigged some big ones, and I bet we got 35 frogs
We got a
Or
bunch.
more, I think.
or more.
Possibly more.
I think last I counted we had 35, so we had a heck of a night out, and Montgomery County is the place to come for frogs.
We got them.
Not bad.
You got plenty of frogs. Thanks again, a lot of fun. Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away.
Check out this nice largemouth bass that was caught by Danny Goins of Fort Thomas, Kentucky. Nice fish. Here we have little Sawyer Davis who caught his very first fish ever in his Pawpaw Pat's Pond, a nice bluegill. Congratulations. Check out this nice sawguy that was caught by Sam Bashar out of Taylorsville Lake, Tailwaters. Nice job. Here we have 4-year-old Gavin David Snyder who caught his very first fish, a nice bluegill at Cedar Creek Lake with his Pawpaw Dave. Nice job. Here we have Audrey and Clay Scott doing some spring fishing with their Nana and Pawpaw in Dawson Springs, Kentucky. Nice job. Jameson West of Pulaski County caught this nice largemouth bass in early March. Nice job. Memorial Day weekend is right around the corner. If you're a boater, now's a good time to check all your essentials and make sure they're in good working order. And remember,
Hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Until next week, I'm your host, Chad Miles, and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.